40%. That is how much of the American Class 8 market belongs to Freightliner. Freightliner isn't just the most popular semi-truck in America. It dominates the market by a wide margin, selling more than the next two competitors combined. Ritchie Bros. 190,000 trucks per year. Year after year. The same truck, the same brand, the same 40%. Every year, more drivers choose Freightliner than any other brand, by a margin so large it is not a competition anymore. It is a category. And yet, many owner-operators who have purchased a Freightliner have had significant repair and maintenance issues that wind up costing more in the long run. TikTok. Peterbilt and Kenworth commonly lead on resale and owner-operator demand. Freightliner often wins on total cost of ownership and dealer coverage. YouTube. Those two statements are not in contradiction. They are the explanation for why 40% market share and the wrong truck for individual owner-operators can both be true simultaneously. Because 40% market share is built by fleet purchasing managers running total cost of ownership spreadsheets at scale, and the wrong truck for the individual owner-operator is a different calculation entirely, one that the fleet manager's spreadsheet is not built to measure, and that the individual driver almost never runs completely before signing the purchase contract. This channel has now published over 70 videos comparing trucks, financial models, compliance costs, maintenance patterns, dealer markups, and operational outcomes. The complete picture is built, and the complete picture points to one conclusion that the 40% market share number will never tell you. The Freightliner Cascadia is the right truck for the buyer it was designed for, and that buyer is not you. Stay with me. Let me start with who the Freightliner Cascadia was actually engineered for. Because understanding the specific buyer the truck was designed to serve is the foundation of understanding why it is the wrong truck for the buyer it is most often sold to. The Cascadia's 38 to 40% market share and unparalleled service network make it the safest investment for both fleet operators and secondary market sellers. In the B2B sector, Freightliner maintains a commanding lead. Road Legends fleet operators, B2B purchasers, organizations that buy trucks in volume, dozens, hundreds, sometimes thousands, and that measure the performance of those trucks in aggregate across an entire fleet rather than individually from a single driver's seat. The fleet operator's purchasing decision is built around specific variables that their scale makes measurable. Fuel economy at fleet average across thousands of trucks and millions of miles. Not the individual driver's log, but the statistical average that normalizes every driver's behavior across a large enough sample to produce a reliable number. Parts cost at volume purchasing agreements, not the retail price, but the contractually negotiated cost that the fleet's purchasing department has been building leverage on for years. Dealer network density across the specific geographic markets where their trucks operate. Coverage that the fleet's dispatch system has mapped against every route in their network. On every one of those variables, the Freightliner Cascadia wins. Not marginally, comprehensively. The Freightliner Cascadia remains the industry's most popular Class 8 truck with excellent fuel efficiency, with Detroit DD13/DD15 engines, advanced driver safety tech, and trusted for uptime and fleet support. TikTok. This is genuine. The Cascadia's dominance in fleet purchasing is earned by real competitive advantages at scale. The DD15's service universality means every fleet breakdown anywhere in North America is close to a dealer with parts. The volume of Cascadias in service drives parts pricing down across the entire ecosystem in ways that directly benefit fleet cost models. The Cascadia's aerodynamic efficiency at consistent highway loads produces fuel economy numbers that, across a fleet average, represent genuine savings against competing platforms. For the fleet operator buying 100 trucks with a centralized service organization, a dedicated parts procurement team, and a compliance department managing the whole operation, the Cascadia is the rational choice. The math works at that scale and in that organizational context. Now let me tell you why the same truck is wrong for the owner-operator who walks into that dealership and buys the same choice that J.B. Hunt and Werner and Schneider make. The primary reason PACCAR is gaining more market share is that they're experiencing less downtime. The big guys and little guys are going to PACCAR because they're experiencing fewer mechanical issues with their trucks than they were with Freightliner, Volvo, and Mack. TikTok. The fleet operator who buys a Cascadia and experiences a breakdown has a fleet manager who calls the dealer, coordinates the repair, reassigns the load to another unit in the fleet, and manages the financial impact through the operational reserve that a large fleet maintains for exactly this contingency. The truck sits. The business continues. The owner-operator who buys a Cascadia and experiences a breakdown has themselves one truck, one source of income, no fleet reserve, no load reassignment option. The truck sits. The income stops. The payment continues. The insurance payment continues. Every fixed cost continues, while the variable that generates revenue has stopped. This is the fundamental difference between the fleet operator's experience of the Cascadia and the owner-operator's experience of the same truck. Not the truck, the operational context. The fleet operator's business model is built to absorb individual truck failures. The owner-operator's business model is not. This channel has documented the specific Cascadia failure modes that produce the owner-operator's worst-case scenario. The DT12 transmission hesitation under variable owner-operator loads. The DEF system failure at the specific mileage intervals that catch owner-operators without adequate maintenance reserves. The DPF failure pattern at 400,000 miles that arrives as a $12,000 to $22,000 event that a fleet's maintenance budget absorbs and that an owner-operator's operating reserve may not. I also know many owner-operators who have purchased a Freightliner and have had a whole lot of repair and maintenance issues with them. Sometimes these issues wind up costing the truck owner more in the long run. Maybe better to buy a nice Peterbilt truck to begin with. TikTok. Now let me build the specific financial comparison between the two buyers at the same truck, because this is where the numbers make the most uncomfortable case. Fleet operator buying 100 Cascadias at volume pricing, approximately $155,000 per unit with fleet discount applied. Total capital outlay, $15,500,000. Financed at fleet commercial rates, approximately 5.2%. Monthly service on the fleet, approximately $298,000. Per truck monthly cost, approximately $2,980. Fuel at fleet average 7.6 miles per gallon and fleet negotiated fuel pricing, approximately $3.60 per gallon at fleet card discount. Per truck monthly fuel cost at 10,400 monthly miles, approximately $4,944. Fleet parts pricing at volume contract, approximately 40 to 60% below retail on most common service items. Per truck annual maintenance at fleet pricing, approximately $12,000. Fleet breakdown event, driver reassigned, load transferred, truck handled through centralized service. Business impact, minimal. Truck downtime cost, absorbed in fleet reserve. Owner-operator buying one Cascadia at retail, approximately $165,000 to $178,000. No fleet discount, no volume pricing. Financed at commercial retail rates, approximately 6.8%. Monthly payment, approximately $3,200 to $3,400. Fuel at the same 7.6 miles per gallon at retail diesel prices, approximately $3.78 per gallon. Monthly fuel cost at 10,400 miles, approximately $5,187. Parts pricing at retail, full dealer markup on every service item. Annual maintenance at retail pricing, approximately $20,000 to $25,000, including the after-treatment system events this channel has documented. Owner-operator breakdown event, driver stranded, load at risk, income stopped, breakdown service called, potential tow to dealer, hotel if overnight, repair at full retail labor rates. Business impact, potentially catastrophic depending on cash reserve position. The fleet operator's total monthly carrying cost per truck, approximately $8,000 including fuel, payment, and amortized maintenance. The owner-operator's total monthly cost, approximately $10,000 to $11,000, including fuel at retail, payment at retail financing, and maintenance at retail pricing. Without the fleet's breakdown buffer. Without the fleet's load reassignment option. Without the fleet's service infrastructure. The fleet operator's business model makes the Cascadia the right truck. The owner-operator's cost structure makes the same truck a premium product they are buying at retail prices designed for volume discount customers who have operational infrastructure they do not have. Now let me tell you what the Peterbilt provides that changes this comparison, specifically for the owner-operator. Peterbilt trucks are seen as long-term investments, and with proper maintenance, they keep their resale value very well, which is important for owner-operators watching their profit margins. Peterbilt is a favorite among independent operators who take pride in their trucks. TikTok. The Peterbilt 589's resale premium in the owner-operator secondary market is the specific financial advantage that the fleet operator's spreadsheet does not capture, because the fleet operator's truck is sold at auction into a general market where the Peterbilt premium is smaller. The owner-operator's truck is sold privately into the owner-operator market where the premium is real and documented. The Peterbilt SmartLINQ system's proactive diagnostic notification is the specific operational advantage that matters for the driver who has no fleet maintenance team monitoring their truck. The driver whose first notice of a developing problem is the warning light rather than the fleet manager's dashboard alert. SmartLINQ changes that dynamic for the solo operator in ways that have real financial value in avoiding the breakdown events that cost the owner-operator their income rather than just their maintenance budget. The Cummins X15 engine options service universality. The specific advantage this channel has documented in the breakdown comparison videos is the specific advantage that matters for the owner-operator operating in the geographic markets where Peterbilt's dealer network is less dense than Freightliner's. The Cummins service ecosystem extends the 589's effective service coverage to every Cummins certified service center in North America, not just Peterbilt dealers. And the Peterbilt 579 Epic's fuel economy at 9 to 10.7 miles per gallon versus the Cascadia's 7.4 to 7.8 is the energy cost advantage that the owner-operator cannot replicate through volume fuel purchasing. The only fuel cost reduction available to a single truck owner is the efficiency of the truck they chose. Now let me give you the complete picture that the 40% market share number hides. For businesses targeting the owner-operator segment, a secondary focus on the Kenworth T680 is recommended due to its superior driver loyalty and resale strength. Brands like Kenworth and Peterbilt maintain high loyalty among owner-operators. Road legends. The industry's own research acknowledges that Kenworth and Peterbilt are the preferred brands for owner-operators. The 40% market share belongs to Freightliner because fleets, not owner-operators, are the dominant purchasing volume in the Class 8 market. Freightliner sells about 190,000 trucks per year. Most of those are fleet purchases. The owner-operator segment, while significant in absolute numbers, represents a minority of the total transaction volume that produces the 40% share. Truckers Report. The owner-operator who uses the 40% market share number as validation of their Cascadia purchase is using fleet purchasing logic to justify an individual owner-operator decision. These are different decisions. They are made by different people with different resources, different operational contexts, and different financial models. The fleet manager who chose the Cascadia made the right choice for their organization. The individual owner-operator who makes the same choice because the fleet manager made it is following a compass calibrated for a different landscape. The right truck for the owner-operator is the one that produces the best financial outcome for the specific operational model that a single truck business requires. Not the best outcome for a 100-truck fleet. For one truck, one driver, one business, one payment, one income source. Each brand wins in a different TCO scenario. Freightliner often wins on overall total cost of ownership and dealer coverage. Peterbilt and Kenworth commonly lead on resale and owner-operator demand. The TCO scenario where Freightliner wins is the fleet scenario. The TCO scenario where Peterbilt wins is the owner-operator scenario. These are not competing claims about the same buyer. They are correct statements about different buyers making decisions in different operational contexts. The 40% market share is real. It is built by the buyers the Cascadia was designed for. And it is the single most misleading number that individual owner-operators use to justify a truck choice that was made for someone else. If this channel has given you the complete financial picture that the market share number hides, subscribe and tell us in the comments whether you drive a Cascadia or a Peterbilt and whether any of this changed how you think about the next purchase.